The name of my topic is Should every country have the right to carry out unlimited scientific research? Science is a combination of knowledge from the human perspective of the universe as we observe it. We began to apply science into our daily lives in the form of technology, and we improved our standard and quality of living. However, science has been known to be used in ways that are more often destructive. In addition, science has the tendency to invoke questions on morality and ethics. These problems can be avoided if science is put in the hands of responsibility. Hence, I believe that though science has the potential to improve the livelihood of people in nations, the right for unlimited researchers should not be given to every country because science is a double-edged sword. Countries can use scientific research to improve their economy and the standard of living for its people. The application of science and better scientific knowledge will result in more efficient technology. The best example is industrialization. These scientific researchers are used in industries to improve the revenue of the nations by making them more effective, and thus it will create a better economy. With the improvement of the economy, the standard living of people will definitely be better. However, economists would argue that this will cause an increasing income gap between the high and low income population of a country. For the reason, when the country develops due to scientific researches and technological gadgets, goods and services also become more and more costly. The lower income population who are unable to use these technologies would lose their benefits, and the poor become more poorer and the rich become more richer. In this way, unlimited scientific research can cause a decline in the standard of living for some people while improving that of others. Scientific research can also be used to develop destructive technology. As more researchers are put into science, the chances of a country to create weapon technology are very high. This can be means of deterrence and protection of a country. However, we should consider the fact that it could increase misunderstanding and conflicts among countries. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, unlimited powerful scientific researchers of weapons have negative effect on the relationship between the Soviet and the United States. In terms of weapon technology, a country can threaten the political aspects of another country. Nations that dislike the influence and power of another dominant country might abuse their scientific knowledge for the purpose of ruining the country. This could result in increasingly political problems between countries and even lead to war. Sometimes, unlimited scientific research can affect ethical concerns. It is a major issue, especially in the field of medicine. This is due to the fact that untested medicines or medical procedure may have undesirable effects on an individual. In order to find these effects, scientists must test the medicines on another living being before deploying them. In this way, some countries limit their scientific research due to ethical reasons stemming from areas such as society and religion. Without an ethical barrier, unlimited scientific research would become possible and pave the path for new discoveries and advancement in medical science. Therefore, unlimited scientific research can be used for good purpose as well as for bad ones. It results in the increase of living standard among people within a nation. However, it may also result in a widening gap between the rich and the poor of that nation. In addition, science may be used to develop technology that may not yield a beneficial function for humanity, and sometimes it creates unease between countries and even cause war. Technology developed through the study of science may not adhere to the ethical viewpoints held by some groups and may even violate them. Hence, the right for scientific research should not be given to all countries unless they are responsible in the way they utilize the technologies derived from them.